A message from the MCC, reach your RCC. That's the SPOC for the POC. The RRCC context the JRCC. It's the IPP. Hello, Asla, co-creator of your own reality. Welcome to Asla's Bread, the only place that walks you through your 60,000 daily thoughts, shows you which of those thoughts are co-creative and which are non-co-creative, and finally helps you quantum leap those co-creative thoughts. Your day to walk away from the matrix is here. It's an MRO with Medico for survivors of a sinking boat. Yeah. You tie your boots, you the OIC of this SRU. Station on HII, aircraft carrier. You give your heart and mind to this selfless carrier. The Sikorsky helicopter lands on the bed and loaded the rescue troops from their head. Stall-greased rescue vests and first aids for medevac. The pilot says Mayday, Mayday, and sends signals to Betty's Cave and a frigate. The tide so high in those rough seas. It's a do or die. But this is your mission.
Listen everyone, do not panic. I repeat, do not panic. Just hold on to the rope tightly and you shall be put into the chain. We got you.
Your life hangs on a rope as you reach for me. The rope's tied to a boat, adrift on the cruel seas. I call to Abraham's God, he sent you to my need. You're my search and rescue hero. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll breathe, I'll leave. Oh. I miss to relieve the stress by shooting those guns at arrows. You wear your head underneath that shirt. Good aim is where you position your elbows. Try to play like Adrian Levis. Keep scores on that score 180. With a good flight, hit the bullseye on the start slide. So that board. Then Steve and Mike came along, so you played 9 lives and did the toe. Your throwing technique is feet should point straight towards it. Body firm but not tense, steady hand and movement like on UK Open. Yeah, Stevie, it's double 20. I double in and checks in, the fun begins. Now you dream of duty, so you play into the evening. Oh. The game went on, Mike led the scores. He hit double out, and bill out. In the final rounds, is the first to check out. Your life hangs on a rope as you reach for me. The rope's tied to a boat, adrift on the cruel seas. I call to Abraham's God, he sent you to my need. You're my search and rescue hero. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll breathe, I'll leave. Oh. Hello there, I hope you liked my music. What you just watched is a little role play, dramatizing just some of the 60,000 daily thoughts and activities of a Navy search and rescue officer. I'm going to use this role play to explain and demonstrate some important life-changing concepts. So keep watching. Asla, Nikola Tesla and Bob Protko mentioned a lot about vibrations and frequencies. They said everything in the universe, including us humans, vibrate on unique frequencies. These teachings confirm the Hermetic principle of vibration, which states that nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. Today, you are privileged to watch this video because I am going to take you one step further into these concepts and show you just how you can manipulate this reality and walk into new, unfamiliar experiences. Such experiences that you would otherwise only dream of and wish for the rest of your time here on earth. They would never ever have become a part of your reality simply because they are on a different frequency. Asla, don't be surprised if I tell you that every job on earth, whether it be a paid job or a voluntary job, is a unique frequency. Each frequency, that is job, provides a certain level of privileges and experiences for the individual operating on it, that is, doing that particular job. Let's say you are a Navy SAR officer for 5 years now. After the 4th year of working, you would have settled on that frequency called Navy SAR officer. This means that by the 4th year of work, you would be familiar with the privileges and experiences offered by that job. In other words, you would get used to what level of goodness is contained on that particular frequency which you operate on. So my friend, by then you should already have some idea that the next 10 to 20 years is going to look something like those first 4 years. Now here is where we reach the crossroads. If you are satisfied with what this kind of frequency offers you, then you don't have to worry about this video and walk straight into those 10 or 20 years. But if by now you realize that there are some things that are just not there in that frequency, but you want to achieve in your lifetime, then Asla, you have arrived at the right place. So let me introduce you to the first principle mindset of financial growth. First principle mindset of financial growth has 8 facets. The 2 types of daily thoughts. Every human has 2 types of daily thoughts. The hardwired non-co-creative thoughts and the rewired co-creative thoughts. Your hardwired non-co-creative daily thoughts make your privileges and experiences on this earth worsen over time. For example, this Navy SAR officer you watched earlier in this video enjoys playing dart games with his colleagues in his free times. Your rewired co-creative daily thoughts, on the other hand, make your privileges and experiences on this earth improve over time. For instance, this Navy SAR officer goes to work where he rescues passengers from a sinking boat using knowledge, skills and techniques he had acquired in Navy school. Hours spent consuming versus hours spent producing. There are 2 types of people in society, producers and consumers. Producers take money from consumers and consumers give money to producers, period. So with this in mind, I would like you to make a list of all the activities you are doing today with these 24 hours. Sort those activities under these 2 headings, producing and consuming, and find out for yourself how many hours you have spent on producing something for someone else to consume and how many hours you have spent on consuming something someone else has produced. If your ratio of producing to consuming is like 5 hours is to 5 hours, that is 5 is to 5, then consider yourself okay. But if it is like 2 hours is to 10 hours, that is 2 is to 10, then financially you are on an unhealthy daily path. And so you need to find some ways to balance that ratio. We will continue to elaborate further on this facet in our future videos, so you might want to stay tuned to this channel. Time travel into your financial future. Most people all around the world have their minds fixed on their pay packets and how they are going to budget it to sustain themselves from pay to pay. This matrix mindset blinds most people and makes them feel comfortable at their jobs until they get old and realize so many things they had in mind but didn't achieve in their lifetime. The main reason is because those unlucky workers have not been properly informed of where they were going in their financial journey. So I will use our musical role play as an example to help you avoid this mistake and make a smart move to paint your story differently. Asla, I welcome you on board the frequency that is job known as Navy SAR officer. We will time travel on this frequency into the future and uncover the finances stored within it. You can afterwards use this same method to calculate how your own finances will be like in the future, and then use those data to make smarter decisions and moves today. Okay, here we go. According to Glassdoor.com, the average base pay for a Navy SAR officer is between US $43K and $77K per year. So if this officer earns $50K per year and works for 20 years, he would earn around $1 million. Now, the average monthly expense for a person living in the US is about $2,500. Multiply this figure with 12 months is $30,000 per year. Now, his savings is calculated using this formula. Savings equals income minus expenses. That is $50,000 minus $30,000 equals $20,000. So if this particular officer saves on average $20,000 each year, times 20 years of work will be $400,000 saved. But if he has a wife and children plus inflation or some serious rainy days along the way, then that amount would be reduced, right? If he retires after 20 years and is given $1 million as retirement pay, then he would end up having around $1.4 million on his retirement. Asla, this is where we again reach another crossroad. If you are okay with such an amount, then you can now stop this video and move on happily down that financial road. I wish you well. But if you feel that you are destined for greater things in this lifetime, then keep watching. The time we have at our disposal that we just do not perceive. The most popular matrix mindset trend of employees all around the world today is this. Save some money for like 7+ years and then launch a startup, a side hustle. Small businesses in the likes of restaurants, barber shops, auto parts retail, trucking, machinery on hire basis, rental properties, etc. So they begin sacrificing and start saving. They get so carried away with those plans that they forget all about the most important asset in their lives, their time, which slips away silently in the background as they concentrate on working and savings. They don't care about those 4 hours of free time every day after work, and if they work 6 days each week, it's 24 hours. That 24 hours per week times 52 weeks is 1,248 hours of free time each year. Times 7 years is 8,736 hours not being utilized profitably and returns back to nature. On the 7th year, they launched their dream startup, which takes off for the first 2 years and then slowly runs down. On their 10th year, unfavorable situations force them to sell their small business. They lose their savings, their efforts, and their precious time, only to go back to square one and lose their peace of mind as well. So Asla, the takeaway here is this. Despite whatever you plan for the next 5 years, never let your daily free time slip away. Utilize it wisely. It will surely save you later. The 3 levels of quantum leap. The term quantum leap simply means a sudden progress or an abrupt change. This sudden personal progress comes in 3 levels: the basic level, the advanced level, and the highly advanced level. The quantum leap basic level is reached when a government officer or a corporate employee as one side hustle. For example, this Navy SAR officer could create and sell an online course titled Easy to Apply Rescue and Life-Saving Techniques. He could sell this one course on multiple platforms such as Teachable, Thinkific, Skillshare, and Kajabi. The Quantum Leap advanced level is reached when a government officer or a corporate employee has two side hustles. For example, this Navy SAR officer could create online courses related to his craft or specialty and also open an online store on Etsy, Shopify, or BigCommerce and earn money while he is on active duty. The Quantum Leap highly advanced level is reached when a government officer or a corporate employee has more than two side hustles. For example, this Navy SAR officer could create online courses, open several online stores, and study ocean engineering on Virginia Tech Online in order to get a job promotion which will lead to pay rise. Look around you. There is always something at your disposal. If you are living near a playing field, a farmer's market, or a big river full of fish, you should be happy. There is something you could do with one of them. If you are living near a wharf, a post office, or even a hospital, you should be happy also. There is something you could do with one of them. Likewise, if you are living on a farm, in a boat, or near a main road, you should be happy too. There is just something you could do with one of them. Hustler, sometimes what we are searching for presents itself right in our face, but because we are of a fallen nature, we do not realize and recognize it. Our lack of wisdom and discernment keeps us blinded, and so we keep struggling through life trying to make ends meet. So I suggest you spend some time alone and try to come up with ways to generate money from facilities, infrastructures, or resources near you. Who knows, you just might strike gold and be on your way to riches. Your perception versus this truth. In John chapter 8 verse 32, Jesus said, "And you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free." Everything discussed in this video is the truth. So if this particular Navy SAR officer is not aware of or is ignorant and doesn't apply this truth, then his perception will not be in alignment with it, as shown in diagram 1. But if he applies this truth, then his perception will be in alignment with it, as shown in diagram 2. Same goes for you also, my beloved hustler. Just before we go into our final facet, listen, hustler. A quote by Dan Penna says, "Show me your friends and I will show you your future." I'm sure you have some friends, and I don't know how many of them usually like to talk about hustling and paradigm shifts. I would like to be your friend too and post you free videos such as this one, if you don't mind subscribing. A side hustle success story. You know, they say success leaves clues. So allow me to introduce you to Amir Nehemiah, a Navy personnel also, just like the one in our musical role play. Amir Nehemiah was an officer in the Israeli Navy when he had a side hustle which grew over time into what is now called ConnectTeam.com. Amir is its current CEO. Interested? Click the link in the description box and find out more about Connect Team yourself.